Travis Wayne Goodsell. I'm thinking I'm going to title this LDS Church Silences Women. They are, technically. The news that you see the picture of is correct. Today, First Presidency announces changes to General Conference. Saturday evening sessions are now canceled. So, their reasoning is because all the sessions are now made available to everyone. If you don't understand the history and tradition behind this, it always used to be Saturday evening session was for priesthood. And I remember as a boy going with my father, and my brother would go when he was old enough, and afterward we would go and get ice cream. That was tradition, and many other Mormon fathers did that with their boys. It was an opportunity to have the men be together in the family and the women stay at home and be together in the family, sort of like a parental family unity type thing. Conference used to have extra sessions. They used to have a welfare session that would often be on a Monday or Tuesday. I can't remember offhand. I was getting conferences for Russell in digitized form, and so I was recognizing those different features back in the early 70s. They used to have 3 days of conference on top of the welfare one, or it was 3 days and then they started a welfare one, or welfare got started as they took away one of them, something like that. I do recall Thursday sessions of conference, so Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And so, the welfare was probably added when they took away Thursdays. And so now, if you had not been paying attention the last several years, on the 23rd September 2017, and if you know my videos, you know that's the Revelation 1, 2, and 5 sign in the heaven. Yeah, the sign of the Son of Man, the birth from the Immaculate Virgin, or the Immaculate birth from the Virgin, out in outer space. That's why it's immaculate. Constantine created Jesus, and so if you're wondering, Mormons are not Christian. But that year, Monson had made the Women's Relief Society meeting, which was held a week before conference, both April and October. Women would have their own special conference led by the Relief Society, and they'd invite a member of the presidency to come and speak. September 23rd, 2017, the brand new Relief Society president, for her first session of conference, was, yes, indeed, joined with General Conference. And then Nelson's the one who did away with the Relief Society conference session, as he then split the priesthood with the Relief Society, so that the men are supposed to be during April session of conference, women during the October Saturday evening session of conference. And that lasted until 2020, when the priesthood session was overridden with the special bicentennial year conference which was ruined with coronavirus, which the church made $6 billion by using church as a super spreader. If you didn't hear that news from Fox 13 News Utah, $6 billion of your tithing while you spread the virus, lost your loved ones, got them sick and afflicted. And now they're going to profit off of the vaccines, Johnson & Johnson and Pfizer specifically, through the Ensign Peak Advisors. And so with 2021, we were able to have the final priesthood session, I guess. And so it's the women who are technically getting booted out. I guess they're sort of equal because October was when they started, so finishing last year in October, I guess, makes it equal, but they're still silencing women. And this is how the church does things. You think that they're being more open to liberating women, liberating blacks, liberating the poor, and yet when you look at the big picture, you realize they're screwing them in this other area. And it's awful. When Nelson changed the temple, for example, women have a bigger speaking role, which is only from Moses. I don't know if Mormons knew that. And the veil was taken away from women, and women were no longer obeying their husbands. They now obey God. And again, we're not Christian. Constantine created Jesus. And so who is God for the Mormon Church? Well, the people who claim they're representing God. And then I exposed that the law of chastity was changed to screw women over, as it now allowed those to whom you are legally and lawfully wedded according to his law, which every Mormon should know that Section 132 of the Doctrine and Covenants, which replaced Joseph Smith's 131 and his whole chapter on monogamy the year before Brigham Young died, and all of a sudden Joseph Smith is now the bad guy. Oh yeah, polygamy is now required for exaltation, and you can commit any kind of crime you want as long as you don't commit murder. And Emma, is going to burn in hell, and she needs to be murdered because she violated her husband in not wanting him to have plural wives. Read it. It's long, but read it. It's all in there. I'm not hyperbolic on this. Brigham Young put in a death threat to Emma after the fact. And it was because it was the year after he was thrown in jail by his latest ex. He was a little upset with her. So yes, the year before he died and the year after he was thrown in jail, all of a sudden, magically, poof, Section 132 appears and replaces monogamy. So yeah, that's the breaking news. Women have been silenced in the church. And I'm going to put the Paul reference for you women. We'll see if the title will change because of that. I like listening to women. I really do. Women are supposed to have the priesthood. They're supposed to hold priesthood office. Galatians... Galatians? Romans 16. You have to look at the Greek, get it translated correctly, because the church won't translate it correctly. and now you'll know why.